Next person, Scott Anderchek, would like to speak to B1, E1, P2, N2, and R1.
Good morning, Commissioners. Scott Andruchek, speaking for SOS. First off, I'd like to thank all the veterans that are here today. I'd ask the Commissioners to, there are 32 Charlotte County veterans that died were killed in action in our various wars, from the Civil War through, I'm sorry, not Civil War, World War I through now. So instead of putting it on the ballot, one great thing that you could do for the veterans of this county is show them we don't need to wait for the 1% sales tax. It's only a few $100,000. Let's make a veterans memorial now. You guys can vote today for it and say we really support our veterans, and this is how we do it. We fund the veterans memorial now, and we honor the 32 soldiers that were killed in action defending our freedoms. Mr. Chairman, I'd like to talk about the minutes that you folks are approving today. The last couple of meetings I was here, we spoke about the rules of procedure, and the meeting minutes do not reflect how I asked you, sir, I was following the rules of procedure and asking for you to ask Mr. Sandrock a question according to the rules of procedure. I followed the rules, and you did not ask that question, and the minutes do not reflect this. I'd like the minutes changed to reflect that I followed the procedures. SOS has serious questions on a loan application that went from $1,036,000 to $500,000 to canceled. There were several things that you yourself brought up, Mr. Chairman, in that loan application that my neighbors were going to have to pay for. The interest rate went from 2.18% to 5%, for example. How did that happen on the loan application? We have serious questions about how that loan application came about. It's not reflected in these minutes, sir, and we would like these minutes corrected. Finally, on the citizens, on the rules of procedures changes that you folks are making, one of the problems we have, sir, is that, for example, all public comments shall avoid personal attacks, abusive language, and redundancy. Of course, abusive language we totally agree with, redundancy, but what is a personal attack, sir? It's not defined. If I say something that I don't like a particular action by a commissioner, is that going to be ruled against? I don't know how that works, and I think the board should actually define that more clearly. No person attending a board meeting is to harass, annoy, otherwise disturb, or any other person in the room. Sounds good, but what's annoy, sir? I'm sure that some of our members have come up here and annoyed you folks quite often, and that's to be expected. That's part of the job. But, for example, if somebody has too strong perfume, and the other person complains about it, because that happens here all the time in our country. Is that annoying? So we need to define these issues more clearly, sir. Thank you.
Okay, next speaker, Joe.